Here's a quick instructional video on the barbell squat. So you need to make sure that you can do a squat properly first. So without any weights, just practice your form. So you're gonna be nice and straight, your toes just slightly pointed out. You're gonna push the hips back as you go down and then breathe out, squeeze at the top. So from the side, you're gonna push the hips back, hold the core in tight, breathe in. Come down so your bum is just under knee line. You're not leaning forward so your bum is out. You're nice and tucked in, and then breathe out nice and strong at the top. So breathe in and breathe out. Remember, always breathing out on the hard part. We're going to make sure that our knees don't lock in as we go down, and also that they don't go out too much. So you want to make sure that you're nice and strong in those quads and those glutes. So down and so if we bring a barbell into the mix, if you're a total beginner, then it might be best to go for one of the lighter barbells rather than using the squat rack, the Olympic bars. So the difference between the two is these have got the 1 inch diameter, so they're slightly smaller. They tend to be between 2 and 10 kilos for these bars. The bigger Olympic bars are 2 inches in diameter. I've got my 15 kilo one here. 15 kilo tends to probably be the most common, lightest one that you'll find. And the weights that go with those tend to look like this. So if we grab our small bar, so if it is your first time, you want to lift it up onto your back. So the easiest way to do that is to flick it up. So just use your hips to the shoulders and then pop it up and overhead and rest it on the back. And then to reverse it that way. So from the side, just to safely flick it on, up to the shoulders, and then pop it over the head and on the back. The position is important, where it needs to be on your back. You don't want it to be rested on the neck anywhere at all, and also we don't want it to be too far down. It needs to be comfortable on what I like to call a shelf, like your traps up here. So nice and comfy, nice and symmetrical, shoulders pulled back, and then you can squat down. So the most important thing when you are squatting is, like I mentioned, not to lean it forwards. As soon as you feel the weight go, you lean forwards, your heels come up, all the weight's going forwards, and then suddenly you're straining your back. So you really want to make sure that almost that your toes are lifted. So when you're in this position, all the weight is going at the back through the heels. Normally in the gyms, the big Olympic bars go with the squat racks. You'll notice that the smaller bars are a lot shorter. So make sure that you're using the right bar. So you're going to have it about shoulder height, or the shoulders just over the lips of the rack. Put the head under. Rest it in the same position on your shelf, on your traps. Head is nice and neutral. Push up to stand in. Take a step back. Check your positioning. Feet slightly outturned. And then you're going to push the hips back and breathe out. Strong at the top, squeeze the glutes at the top. Breathe in and breathe out. In and out. And when you're done, just pop these back and head comes back under. A lot of the squat racks as well will have a safety bar here. So if something does happen, you can drop the bar.